Hello, video request. Difference between man, I'm belching. I just keep belching. I just finished my sandwich. I probably should have waited a couple seconds until I started the video. Facebook, YouTube, and a personal website on what's the coolest and stuff. Wow, that's a really interesting video. Yeah, it's something I've been thinking about too. Well, I think personal websites are the coolest, and they're gonna get more and more prevalent as time goes on. But Facebook definitely will always have a place, and Facebook and personal websites will always have a relationship with each other. Personal websites are kind of like the beta for Facebook. You know, like what Facebook would get their ideas from, type of a thing. Facebook gets more and more. It's a website designed to kind of share what you're about. Well, not just what you're doing, but also what you're about more and more in the future. I think I even noticed maybe like, I don't know if I saw this or not, but yeah, Facebook is gonna eventually, pretty soon, have little boxes you can fill in saying what political party you're a part of, if they don't even already have that. But yeah, they're gonna put like political party, and of course that will get more and more developed as there are more and more like political parties, and then they'll have like religious affiliation, and there'll be like 20 of those or more. Instead of having all these different religions and then they'll have like all these different religions and then all the different kinds of New Age religions, you know, and all the different kinds of atheisms that you can check. But I think Facebook will also have develop a little box where you can write your own little blurb, like religion, da 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 da, you know, Wiccan New Age. And then yeah, I'm Wiccan New Age, blah blah blah, you know. But it's also going to have all of the different. Facebook will also have all of the different opinions on all of the different issues. That the kind of political and the philosophical issues, and you can click the multiple choice and have it in there, and then write a little blurb. That's definitely all going to be part of Facebook, and then be able to plug in the pictures of that. And that's going to always exist for those people who are less interested in that kind of a thing, but they still want to participate and share themselves and get themselves out there. But personal websites are always going to be in existence as well. And as time goes on, I mean, if you want to like fast forward to like 1,000 years in the future, I would say that there isn't going to be any Facebook. Facebook will basically just be turn into like a server or a repository for something very, very specific, such as your friends. It's just the repository of saying who your friends are and what your friends are up to. But everything more and more as time goes on, starting in probably about 50, 100 years, will become more and more oriented towards the personal website. The value for Facebook is that all of the stuff you can find, the layout is all similar. So if you wanted to find somebody's pictures, you know where to click. If you want to find somebody's like religious ideas, you know where to click. If you want to find their journal or whatever, their blog, you know where to click. But personal websites are eventually going to just naturally be standardized, just because people are all naturally just think the same. So if you go to somebody's personal website, they're all going to have all that stuff, and it's all going to be visible. It's just going to be in a different layout, kind of like MySpace. MySpace was onto something when they had that idea of like put your own background and put your own different like boxes that have different things in different places and this kind of a stuff. It was And maybe MySpace will make a comeback in terms of actual personal websites that people can dick around with, kind of like a online template for personal websites. But you also have like templates part of Dreamweaver or different web servers that have templates. So yeah, I think in the long run, people are just going to create their own websites. It'll just be part of what their hobbies are. Right now, you can't. There's kind of a lot of limitation that you can do as far as websites go, because the problem. Well, like the best way to lay out a personal website is to basically mix everything in together. Pictures, video, and what you write, basically. And I guess that PHP like stuff, where like you have like what you did that day, like on the little box right on the top, which I don't know how to manually program in. I guess I would do that. Yeah, if I knew how, I definitely have that as a feature, like in my front page. But I think the best way is to have 300 pixel videos and pictures on the side, and the pictures are embedded in Flickr and the videos are embedded in YouTube, and then in the middle it's just about as wide as a book, so it's just about as much as you can read across and not like get lost as you go back and find out which line you ended from. If you're talking about like your average laptop computer screen, it's the perfect 300 pixels, and it's also the perfect 300 pixels isn't that much smaller than YouTube videos, normal regular YouTube videos, so you can just click it and then you can watch whatever you need to see, and then you can scroll down and keep reading. The problem with embedding YouTube videos on personal websites is that if you get past like 10 300 pixel videos, and it's all by the size, like if you put a whole bunch of like 10 pixel by 10 pixel embedded videos. I don't know why you do that, because you couldn't see anything, but if you could put a whole bunch more of those on. It's all about, like, if you put 5 giant embedded YouTube videos on your site, it's going to slow it down a lot. But yeah, once you get past like 10 or something 300 pixel wide embedded YouTube videos, your page takes forever to load, like ridiculous amount of time to load. It doesn't affect it when you embed Flickr pictures, but when you embed YouTube, it screws it all up. But I think in the future, bandwidth is going to be, I don't know why or how, but I just think that bandwidth is going to be fast enough that it's not really going to be an issue. You could embed a whole bunch of videos and have really long pages that you can scroll down and have lots of videos embedded. But I mean, then again, I don't know if it'll be that necessary, because clicking to another page is probably going to be really fast too. So maybe you're only going to want to have a page that scrolls down like 3 or 4 times the length of the page, and then you just go to the next page. That's something I need to work on my personal website, breaking up my pages, because they're too big, because I have so many videos. I have like my philosophy about stuff video homepage has like way too many videos on it, because I haven't created individual pages for it. Yeah, but in the long run, I think personal websites are definitely way better, because part of expressing yourself and who you are and what you are is like kind of how you dress, what kind of clothes you wear, what kind of hair you wear, what kind of car you drive, what color your car is, how you walk, how you talk. It's just all of those things thrown together, and you want to be an artist, and so the more creativity that you have, the more fun you're going to have in expressing yourself, and the better job you're going to get is to express like who you are to other people. And the best way to do that, beyond all that other stuff that I mentioned, is actually a personal website, because there's so many different ways that you could organize. There's so many different, lengths of pages you can have, sizes of pages, even sizes of YouTube embedded videos, or which picture you're going to put where, what color your page is going to be, what you're going to talk about. And the more you can tweak it, the better off it's going to be. And I don't think, once people become more website savvy and computer savvy, it's not going to be an issue so much to people in terms of, oh, I only go to your website if I know like right away where to click to go to your blog or whatever. It's kind of more of an adventure to go in there. And when you have all the links all in the top, or the side where they're all obvious places, then it's easy as pie to navigate around. And it's kind of like going in somebody's house. The bathroom isn't always going to be in a different place, but it's always in an obvious place. It's like, whoa, where would I put that? Oh, right there in the hallway next to the kitchen. Where's the link to their life story as a child? Oh, it would be, I guess, probably next to the picture of them as a kid. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I guess let's see some other, well, then you have Twitter. Twitter is cool. Yeah, and I think that's just going to be like incorporated into personal websites. It's just going to be that thing. If you can embed Twitter like on the front page, on a certain page of your page, if I knew how to do that, I'd totally do it. And if somebody watches this video and knows how to do it, that'd be cool if they could tell me where the tutorial is or something. But that'd be cool. Yeah, it's kind of like the relationship between Twitter and YouTube. Also, I think YouTube. Video is really the future. Some people like to complain that they're like, oh yeah, like these people. Somebody requested I do a video about like Anonymous. I guess it's this group of some anonymous people who want to like crash Facebook because they're pissed off at it for they say supposedly it steals information from people and gives it to the government, and I guess the government, they didn't get so far as to describe what the government's going to do with all that information, but so they're gonna hack and destroy Facebook, and we'll all be thankful to them later. Yeah, and I've even had some other people talk like, yeah, I don't like that whole like internet nut time. And then, oh yeah, like one of my students, and he was a scientist in Chile, said that. And then, oh yeah, I saw some dude on TED. Somebody referred me to a video of some old guy who's like Mr. Smart Scientist dude. And he's like, we should keep computers out of the classroom. They're not personal. Well, I think computers are personal. All you need to know somebody is like their voice and their face and all that, and you know the person. They might have, sure, if you see them in real life, there's a whole lot more to them. But having video is a really great way to help along with expressing who you are. So there's nothing bad about it, and I think people more and more will make videos. I think it's really funny and really puzzling how people are still afraid of video. Kind of like how the Indians were 100 years ago of getting their pictures taken. They thought that it would take their souls. People are like that now with video. I was talking to my mom. My mom yesterday, I'm talking to her on the phone, and she's like, you shouldn't upload so many videos with all the different information about yourself. Why? Because identity theft. What? That's just passwords. I don't mention my passwords in my videos. I'm like, yeah, well, how about you? How about I can record a conversation of you on my phone and upload that to YouTube? She's like, no way. And I'm like, all right, well, how am I going to, like, remember you when you die? I guess I'll just have to record conversations with you and not upload them to YouTube. Until you die, haha. And then she's like, no, never, ever. It's like, and like both of my brothers are like that. All these people I meet on the street and I want to give them quick little interviews. They're like, no. They're like afraid. And there's no reason to not be. Zero reason. It's all superstition. So it's funny. We're living in a world of superstition, man. Like right now, our culture is blossoming and waking up, but there's still, most people are still like, no, not being dragged into it. But yeah, I think in the future, people are not going to be freaked out about getting filmed. And they're going to just straight up film themselves and have daily vlogs like I have. Daily vlogs are interesting. I think it's a cool idea because you can study how people develop over the course of like a year or a bunch of years and stuff. Especially somebody who may be interesting for whatever reason. You want to like see, how they got that way, or how they, or if they think this, then what are they going to think about that kind of a thing. And yeah, the more people who are out there doing it, the more we're gonna know, and the more exciting, you know. I mean, everybody, there sure is a lot of stuff like on YouTube to watch, but everybody always kind of gets exhausted on like this or that or the next, and they kind of want some brain candy on something new, and so that's why it's better to just have a wide range of all these different kinds of people having that. But yeah, that's what I think the future is. I think the future is just basically Flickr will be where you embed your videos. YouTube will be where you embed your videos. Flickr with the pictures. Facebook will be where you embed all of your like friends links. Twitter will be where you're going to embed the little box that says what you just did that day. And who knows, maybe there'll be some other like, you know, I think, you know, those websites like Facebook and stuff will eventually just turn into applications. Not for a long time. Because for a long time, people are just going to not be into it, and they're just going to use Facebook as a template website. And then it'll have its day and fade away and just turn into another application. But yeah, applications that you plug into your website, I think personal websites are the future, for sure. I'm not going to work on my personal website for the next few years. It's kind of just going to get frozen in the state that it is now, just because I don't want to. If I did look at it, it would take me forever to make it how I want it to be. And if I'd started, I wouldn't be able to stop. And it's sketchy for me to get into something. So I need to just continue with my timeline until I'm done. That's going to take about another 3 or 4 years. Okay, so that's the difference between those different websites.